Hello, friends. Today I want to talk about relationships. We as human beings are always engaging in relationships. We have relationships with our parents, we have relationships with our children, we have relationships with our mates, we have relationships with co-workers, we have relationships with our friends, we have relationships with our bosses, we have relationships with our pets. So we have relationships all around us. We have relationships with oneself. I have a relationship with myself. Very often people come to see me because they're having problems with relationships. Most likely is that they're having a romantic relationship problem, or they might have a parent-child relationship problem. So there's some elements, there are many elements that it could happen, but I'm going to mention three that are more frequent. One is about the belief that there's ownership. My partner belongs to me, or I belong to my partner. My children belong to me, or I belong to my parents. No one belongs to anybody. We don't have ownership over another human being. We need to accept that another human being is free, as I am, and they have the ability to think, to do, to behave, and to state the reality the way they want to, the same way that we do. So the sooner you accept the reality, the better relationship that you will have with the other person, and you will have a more realistic relationship with the other person when you enjoy the other person instead of taking it for granted. The other issue that I have seen is communication problems. A lot of people have problems communicating. People sometimes communicate without words. There is a non-verbal communication. For instance, if I arrive home and I'm angry, I slam the door. Whoever is in the room will know that I'm upset without me telling them that I'm upset. So there are communication that is verbal communication, and there are behavioral communications, no verbal. And also we have the passive communication, the active communication, the aggressive communication, and where sometimes I'm just, if I'm passive, I don't want to say things, but there are ways that I could communicate. If I'm aggressive, I might be yelling. I want just to conquer. I just want to be heard, and I don't want to hear anything. Communication is a two-way street where you could state whatever you want to say, but also to listen to the other people, to the other person's point of view about whatever you are saying. And the other thing is that we quite often fall in love with the potential of what it could be. So sometimes we are in love with a person that it could be a great partner, it could be a great spouse, it could be a great father, it could be a great provider. But the reality is that it's not at this time. You need to be in love with what it is, know what is could be, and it's not. Because if you are in love with what it could be, you're not really in love with the person. You're in love with a fantasy of what it could be, and that could be might just remain like that, a potential, and people sometimes stay in relationships forever, waiting for the transformation of the could be. So there are many issues of why people come to relationships. There are many issues of why people come to see me. There are many issues of why people have problems in the relationships. But those are some of the most typical issues that I see. If you have any questions about relationships with your spouse, with your parents, with your children, with your coworkers, with yourself, you could always contact me on my webpage, which is www.counselingbyroberto.com. There is a section where you could ask questions, and I will reply and answer them as soon as I can. Until the next time, love yourself, learn how to love someone, respect the freedom of the other person, and be kind to yourself and enjoy today, because it's all what we have right now. Okay, until the next time, take care. Bye bye.